booties for black girl nerds.
Thank you, Metta World Peace, for your time. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
First of all, you have the best name, Cuddle Monster. That's just so sweet. How could you root against someone called Cuddle Monster? Are you a Cuddle Monster? Did they just give you the costume, or did you say I need to be warm and cuddly for everyone?
Well, it's definitely television. So you go on to a show and, you take what was given. But that was the name they chose, and the outfit we came together on designing the outfit. And I thought it was fun. I thought it was cool, and it was collaborative and stuff like that. And I haven't been on television in a long time. I've been kind of staying away from television, honestly. But when I got this opportunity and my family and friends thought it'd be fun, thought it'd be funny, then I watched it. I saw Dwight Howard was on it, my friend Dwight Howard. So then I rewatched it, and then I said, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And it was fun.
When you guys, I talked to Dwight this season that he was on, and he had a really good time too. And I love seeing you guys step out of, well, I don't know, wouldn't even call this stepping out of your comfort zone, because like you said, you've been on TV before, and you are very comfortable as an athlete in front of lots of eyes. So is this even outside of your comfort zone? How does this kind of challenge the Metta World Peace that we already know with a different sort of camera appearance?
Well, the only difference is I'm 44 years old now, and I'm doing more business now. So I'm not necessarily on TV. I've done Dancing with the Stars. I've done Big Brother. I've done all these other shows and Beyond the Edge, fun stuff, right? But lately I just been focusing on other things. So I was a little bit worried about going on the show, but I think the producers, they kind of wanted me on the show. So I said, you know what, since the producers are asking me to come on the show and then my family and friends think it'd be fun, I said, I'll just get out of my comfort zone, and just give as much effort as I can, as my brain capacity allows, and just try to make the best of it. And I had a good experience.
It's fun when sometimes our family have to lure us out of that comfort zone a little bit. Out of your family members who wanted you to go on, whose voice was the loudest that really made you go, okay, damn, I'm gonna do it?
I think my daughter, my wife, I think that those were the loudest kind of voices that said, do it, it can be fun. And then a few of our friends here in Los Angeles that thought it'd be fun. And, that kind of actually pushed me over the top. To just say yes and just do it.
We've seen a lot of participants of the Masked Singer launch projects, albums, tours, all sorts of things. As you mentioned, you're focusing more on your businesses. What do you have in the hopper for business right now that you'd like to talk about, to highlight, now that you've had this appearance? And momentum is a great thing.
Well, my head's been down. When I retired, I actually went back to UCLA. I took some courses in coding. Prior to going to college, I was attempting to major in architecture before I went to the MBA in math. Then obviously I had an 18-year career. When I retired, I got involved in digital marketing. So I took some courses in digital analytics. I did another college in Concordia, Irvine. Over in Irvine, California, I did business analytics. I also did Google Analytics in Vancouver. I took a crash course on Google Analytics. So for the last 7 years, I've just been focusing more on digital marketing and applied technology. It's just something I love. I could have coached. I also studied for my Series 7 when I retired. So that's like 7 years ago. And for the last 7 years, I've just been focusing on my firm that I'm building. It's called Art Test Management Group. Just been doing a lot of the dirty work myself, learning how to run a firm. And, 7 years later, we have 40 companies in a portfolio. I'm kind of leading the charge. Got a lot of partners. And we're just like kind of growing as a small firm, that I launched. So that's been the bulk of my last, 7 years. And that's part of the reason why people don't really see me as much, because it's just been a ton of work.
That's awesome. Congratulations to you because it takes a lot of inner strength to go back into a classroom because we're
I know.
about the same
It's
age.
true.
So I understand it can be very humbling because the
Yeah,
classroom has changed a lot from our early beginnings of the chalkboard and all that. The kids
it's true.
know what to do with all of that. So I must ask you because we are Black Girl Nerds and you are studying coding and digital marketing, and you mentioned that your wife and your daughter were big influences for you to go on the show. So how was that influence? Are y'all a STEM household? Does your baby girl, is she into the digital? I mean, the kids are very good with their phones and social and all that, but does she have an interest in that?
I mean, it's actually a really good question. And now that I put two and two together with Black Girl Nerds, we do have a lot of technologists. Most of my staff in my company is women, so half is women. We do have a lot of Black technologists, Black female technologists. We also have a very diverse group. I purposely have a diverse group from Black to Italian to Indian to Asian to, to just, I wanted to make sure my firm is super diverse. But speaking of Black girl nerds, we have a Black CRM strategist, we have a Black data scientist, we have a
Wow.
Black digital marketer, female actually, and I think it's really cool to be able. We have a Black email marketer. I think I said that already. But I think it's really cool to be able to use digital marketing to empower communities. I
Mm.
think digital marketing is overlooked as a way to empower communities. Like I said, my first major was architecture when I was in college. I think development, architecture, and trades is overlooked as a way to empower communities. And then just bringing it back to your question, my son is a CTO. I got 3 CTOs in my company, in my development shop, where we do technology, not me, but my developers. And my son is also a back-end developer, which is really
Wow.
cool. And we need more developers working with deep tech, understanding the new language that's out there, because technology is what's moving communities right now, and it's what's moving culture. So we gotta have other people that's representing, our best interests in terms of technology, because it's only becoming more abundant, it's only becoming more useful, it's only becoming more used, right? So from that perspective, that's one of the things that got me into technology.
That's awesome. You should talk to Terrence. I talked to Terrence Howard recently, and he's saying that he's retired also from the craft, and he has also gone that road with coding and invention and science. He was leaning heavily into that. So I love to see that all of these Black men are entering into this digital space because it is the wave of the future, and it's really admirable. And that's kudos to you. I did not know that. I knew you had companies, but not to that depth of it. So I'm happy. Thank you so much for sharing that because I didn't know that. A lot of people are not going to know that about you.
Yeah, I just keep a lot of things under wraps. I don't when I'm studying, I don't put it out there, that I'm growing companies. I have a company called Easy Care Link. It's a SaaS platform that provides nurses to facilities. We're doing pretty well in revenue at easycarelink.com. Buttercloth, this shirt is another one of my companies, buttercloth.com. I had 2 companies go public since I've been going down this journey. One is PBFFF on the NASDAQ. Another one is CRGE on the NASDAQ that I got involved in. I'm working on another company to go IPO. So from that perspective, I've been just I don't really have time to talk about everything that I do, but I am accelerating companies. It's been 7 years, and how I look at business is I started playing basketball when I was 8. I went pro when I was 19. That's 10, 11 years. So I looked at business the same way, and I have a lot of patience. So I said in 10 years, I should be entering into the big leagues again, and we 7 years in.
Cuddle Monster probably had an iPad under the costume, was in there doing work while filming the show because that's a lot you got going on. Were you in there working underneath the costume?
Yes, I have my laptop with me. I literally had my laptop. I was literally in my trailer because I'm like up to here with work. People, it's a whole different life I live now. So I literally had my laptop working, and then when they would call me, I would put my laptop down, and then I would just go, do what I got to do and come back. But I'm always working like around the clock. Right now, my whole staff is working around the clock.
Yeah. Shout out to the work. Well, to the work. But before we wrap it up, I have one more question, sports related, but not basketball. I know you are a boxing guy. I too am a huge boxing fan. Love boxing, love fights, love all that stuff. I want to ask you about if you're going to watch David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade, who are going to fight during the holiday. And, do you have a prediction?
Well, I appreciate that question because I love boxing. My dad was a professional boxer, by the way, and from 1977 to 1999. You can look him up on boxrec.com, where Muhammad Ali is there, everybody's there, and Ronald Artest Sr. is there. So I love boxing. My dad kept me away from boxing because he didn't want me to get hit as a child, so it kept me away from boxing, which I resent him for. But boxing is my favorite sport over basketball. I will be at the fight. This is Showtime's last fight. Showtime is going down. I've been to tons of fights. I also have boxes under I got a CPA firm. We do tax accounting and stuff also. So I have boxes. I'm putting on a boxing event coming up here shortly, with my events team. So I'm putting on a boxing show. I love boxing. And I think that fight, with Demetrius Andrade, I felt like he didn't get the opportunities. Boxing, they really have to change the laws and the rules. I think they should take it to Supreme Court because it's not fair that a boxer can train all their life and then they can't get opportunities because of politics. When they're entertaining us, getting hit in their head, their speech is being compromised just to entertain us. So anyway, I say that because Demetrius Andrade deserves this fight with David Benavidez, and it's going to be a tough one because David Benavidez is, the Mexican monster. So it's going to be a tough fight. But Demetrius Andrade is one of the greats of this era. So obviously, I could talk about boxing all day, but I'm really excited about the fight.
And one last one, put them in order: Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, or Tank Davis? Rank them 1, 2, 3.
You're trying to get me in trouble. I see you already. You're trying to literally
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness.
Shakur fights tonight. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Forgive me, everyone. Okay. I'm gonna say Shakur Stevenson. Sorry, Team T. I love you guys. So I'll say Shakur Stevenson. Sorry, Mr. Haney, but I'm gonna say Javante. And then I'm going to say Haney. Keep in mind, I did not ask myself that question, guys.
They're going to hunt me down. They're going to hunt me down. But I thank you so much for your time. It was an honor and pleasure. Congratulations to you on all your business endeavors. That's awesome. I've learned so much about you during this time. Cuddle Monster couldn't sing, but he was in there with the laptop, so it was all good.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Black Girl Nerds, right?
Yes.
Great name, and keep it up and much success. I'm wishing y'all nothing but the best, manifesting it.
Thank you. We receive. Thank you so much. Have a great one.
Absolutely. You too.
Better shake your booties for Black Girl Nerds. Better shake your booties for Black Girl Nerds.